Do you think animals have souls? Separate souls?
It's interesting because, you know, I know there's a lot of people have different definitions of souls.
Sure.
So what I do know is that many, if not, I can't say all, but a lot, if not most of the animals I've talked to do have a higher self, let's say.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you mean by soul.
I don't know either, because they obviously have a personality too, right? So they
Yeah,
have.
because I know a lot of people believe that soul has to do with personality and maybe those astral kind of bits that aren't necessarily who we really are, but we identify as our being our personality down here, you know, if that makes sense.
But I guess my question is more like, you know, like, I mean, I think that they're more connected to energetic consciousness or awareness. And I think it's interesting when you say like they have a higher self. Okay. Okay. So that, yeah, that could be the definition of soul. I don't know. Or, you know, and then personality is something that they add when they come into their body. I mean, I guess I'm assuming that they just keep going on like humans do, right? I mean, it's kind of the afterlife. I mean, have you done I imagine that a lot of potential clients come to you because their pet is ill and on their deathbed perhaps, and they want to get you know, help them, if it's help them from suffering or help communicate, help them get well. But when you say that they kind of feel like there's like a graduation, that's just super cool.
Yeah, and I feel like, and you know, because like I'm able to communicate with animals after they've passed as well. And
Oh,
it's my belief that the reason we're able to do that is because it's the higher self that we're connecting with when we're talking, communicating with the animal. Whereas, you know, like down here, we've got our physical body, we've got our life force energy, and we've got maybe our emotional, mental body, you know, like different traditions, of course, talk about the layers differently. But
right.
yeah, it is that higher self that when I'm doing communications, I'm always aiming to connect with that part. Because yeah, if you connect with the down here parts, it's more personality and more of the blah, blah, blah kind of stuff of today, where like the messages I'm really interested in are the messages from the higher self, not the down here blah, blah, blah. You know,
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. So, but when there's like behavioral issues or illness, you don't have to necessarily connect with the personality of the animal, or is it kind of a combination of
Yeah,
the
when
personality
they're
and
still living, it is more of a combination, you know, because
Mhm.
I'm doing some scanning of the physical body and the energy bodies down here, like to see what's happening. But it is always like I'm trying to bring in that higher self piece. Because yeah, there are times that are appropriate to talk to the personality part, like, hey, what kind of food do you like, or you know, like what kind
Sure.
of toys do you want. Like, I'm not saying those things aren't important, but yeah, it is kind of bringing all of those parts together. But for me, it is always holding that higher self, like bringing that wisdom.
Uh-huh. Like a connection to their eternalness, their eternal being
Yeah,
part.